You've probably noticed something big happening on YouTube, with documentary channels suddenly exploding in popularity, but not the old school ones covering random topics. Instead, a completely new wave of travel documentaries is taking over the platform, and almost nobody is talking about how powerful this niche actually is. There's a huge channel posting general documentaries with over 7 million subscribers, and that alone tells you this format is no joke. But a few brand new creators took the same idea, focused only on travel, and their results are on a completely different level. This creator posted just 10 videos and is already sitting at nearly 50,000 subscribers, and every single upload is climbing like crazy. But what really blew my mind is that another creator got their entire channel monetized from their very first upload. And that same upload shot past 1 million views on a channel that isn't even 3 months old yet. But here's the twist. These creators aren't traveling the world or filming anything themselves. They're using simple AI tools to build full travel documentaries that keep viewers watching from start to finish. And what I'm about to show you can genuinely change the way you look at this whole YouTube journey. And I honestly wish I found this niche when I was starting out, because once you see how simple this process is, you'll finally understand exactly why so many new creators are taking off. Now, to make this as easy as possible, I've broken everything down into 2 powerful methods. In method 1, I'll show you how to make these videos using a powerful AI tool I found, so even complete beginners can create a high-performing travel documentary insanely fast. And in the second method, I'll show you how to make these videos manually using completely free AI tools and assets. Perfect if you don't want to spend a single dollar, but still want a method that genuinely works. And by the time you reach the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how new creators are breaking into this niche right now, and you'll be ready to create travel documentaries that can genuinely take your channel to another level and finally put you on the path toward a real consistent growth. Now, the entire process begins with a perfectly branded channel. And since all of you already know how to create a channel, I've created one in advance so we don't waste any time. As you can see, you simply need to enter a channel name based on this niche, then create a unique channel handle, and write a description that fits your channel. You can also generate a logo for your channel using any free text-to-image tool. So now that your channel is ready, it's time to jump straight into video creation, where the most important step is the video script. And to make your life easier, you don't have to research anything yourself because I've prepared every prompt you'll need, and you already know where to find them, so let's get straight into it. To start off, open a new ChatGPT session, and begin by telling it that it is an expert at creating viral travel documentary ideas. And below that, as you can see, I've added a few viral examples to guide it. Next, tell it to generate 5 viral video ideas that are focused only on extreme nature, remote wilderness, and untouched regions. Now, since this prompt is very detailed, feel free to pause the video and copy it, or simply grab it from my free Telegram channel linked below. And once you run this prompt, ChatGPT will give you a list of 5 viral-ready ideas made specifically for the travel documentary niche. It will also explain why each idea works, and provide a set of hooks for every topic, which makes the entire ideation process way easier for you. So now that your ideas are ready, let's move on to creating the actual script. To do that, start by entering the exact prompt I'm using right here, which is built specifically for script creation in this niche. Once that's done, look through the video ideas you generated and pick the one you like the most. Then simply enter the number of the idea you chose in this section right here. In my case, that's idea number 2. Next, you'll need to set the duration of the script. To make things easy to follow in this example, I'm entering 5 minutes, but you can create longer scripts, even 30 minutes, without any issues. From there, you'll notice that the rest of the prompt contains key instructions that will guide ChatGPT to create the script in the cleanest and most effective way possible. So make sure to use the exact prompt I'm showing you here for the best results. And once you run this prompt, ChatGPT will generate a full video script based entirely on the idea you selected. The script is written in a way that feels like a real documentary, with natural pacing and built-in hooks to keep the viewers engaged, without sounding boring or robotic, which is exactly what we need. So now that your script is ready, it's time to turn it into a full video, and this is where things get crazy simple. We're using an AI tool called VecSub, and once you see how fast it builds documentary-style visuals, you'll understand why this niche is so easy to scale. So once you're in, watch closely. Start by creating a new project, which will take you to the first step where you need to choose your video type. You'll see multiple options here, but make sure to select the text-to-video type, which is the one that we will be using. And once that's done, click the button at the top to move on to the second step. Now in this step, you need to choose your video format. There are 2 formats available, and in our case, make sure to select the horizontal format. After that, move on to the third step. In this step, you'll see an option to choose a narrator for your video, but since we don't need one, set this to no narrator. Next, right below that, you'll see all of the available voices. This part is completely up to you, so feel free to choose the one you like the most. And in my case, I'm selecting the Stone voice since since it really matches the documentary vibe. Once your voice is set, scroll up and move into the fourth step, which is the video script. Here, you could technically write a script by describing your video, but since we already created the perfect script, go back to your ChatGPT session and copy it from start to finish. Then return to VexHub and paste it directly into the script section. That's all you need to do here. So now that the script is in place, let's move to the fifth and final step, which is the image style. Now, as you can see, there are many different styles available, and with them you can literally create videos in any niche you like. But the one that makes this entire format possible is the human videos style, and this part is extremely important. And once everything is set, you're finally ready to generate the video. To do that, just click on the generate button at the top, and VexHub will start creating your video automatically. Now, this process usually takes around 2 to 5 minutes, and once it's done, your entire video will be fully generated from start to finish. The visuals, the voiceover, the captions, the animations, everything will already be in place and ready for export. But before you do that, let me show you how to make it even better. For example, if there's a scene you don't like, simply click the edit button next to it and the editor will open. The first thing you'll see is the AI option, which lets you regenerate that scene using your own custom prompt. Just choose the style you prefer, enter the prompt, and as easy as that, you can replace any specific scene with a new one that fits your video better. Next, there's also a built-in stock video feature that lets you add clips from free stock video websites. For example, I'll type jungle since it fits my script, and after clicking search, you'll see that all the available jungle clips appear instantly, and you can use any of them to replace your scene. Now you can either generate AI scenes or use stock videos, and honestly, the stock option is the one I personally prefer. But let me show you an even better method for customizing your scenes. To do this, open VexHub in a new tab separately and create a new project. In the first step, you'll see the VO3 feature. This is the one we need, so go ahead and select it, and then move on to the next step. Now in this step, the first thing you need to do is enter a video prompt. So let me show you how to create universal prompts that will fit your video perfectly. To start off, head back into the same ChatGPT session you were using earlier. Then, tell it that it is an expert scene creator for AI video tools like Veo and Sora. Next, instruct it to generate 5 ultra-cinematic text-to-video prompts based on the script you already created. Basically prompts that are flexible and can be used in any part of your documentary. Now, since there are a few important instructions in the prompt, make sure to use the exact one that I'm showing for the best results. And once you run it, ChatGPT will give you a list of detailed text-to-video prompts designed specifically for creating universal scenes you can place anywhere in your video. So now just copy the prompt you like, return to VexHub, and then paste it into the prompt section. Also, this generator works with almost any prompt, so feel free to create custom scenes depending on your video. This is just an example so you understand how the process works. Now, above the prompt section, you can choose between Veo or Sora, and in my case, I'll select Veo. Then, in the format section below, make sure to choose the horizontal format so your new scenes match the main video. Finally, to generate the video, simply click on the generate button above. This process usually takes around 20 seconds, and once it's done, your video scene will be ready to use. So now, let's take a look at how it turned out. As you can see, even though this video is generated with AI, it doesn't really feel like it, and it actually carries that documentary-style vibe we're aiming for. So now that the video is ready, download it using the download button right here, and then go back to the main VexHub tab. From here, open the scene editor on the scene you want to replace, then open the import section and upload the custom video you just generated. And just like that, the scene gets replaced instantly. The process is extremely simple. Now that you know how to customize scenes, feel free to adjust any part you want. But to be honest, 9 out of 10 times, you won't need to change anything. It really depends on the style you're going for, and in my case, I won't be changing the scenes. Now, there are also additional settings, like the sound customization section, where you can adjust your audio if needed. Everything will already be set up correctly by default, but just in case you want to change something, first, you can adjust the volume of the voiceover, which I'm keeping it at 100%. Your video will also have a background track automatically added, so here you can simply lower the music volume, which I usually set somewhere between 5% and 10%. Below that, you can upload your own audio file if you prefer, or you can choose from the popular tracks available directly inside VexHub and apply them with one click. But in most cases, there's no need to change anything, since VexHub automatically adds a matching background track that fits the documentary style. Next, you can also customize the subtitles. First, you can adjust the style using the pre-made templates, and as you can see, there are a lot of great options, but in my case, I'm using the magic style since I like it the most. Then, you can adjust the text size size and position, and you can also edit the text itself, which basically allows you to fix any caption mistakes or add new text if you want, though in most cases, you won't need to change anything. Finally, the last section is the Style tab, where you can adjust the overall look of your video and the transitions. There are a few solid style options here, but I prefer using the fade style because it fits the documentary vibe really well and makes the video feel cleaner. And with that done, your video will finally be ready to export. To do that, simply click on the export button above, which will initiate the generation process. You'll just need to wait about a minute for VecSub to render everything, and once it's finished, your full video will be ready. As you can see, you'll also get all the useful details here, like the script, description, tags, and even a virality score. Now finally, to download the video, simply click on the download button above, and just like that, your video will be saved to your device. So now that the video is ready, let's see how it came out.
Moist air hangs heavy over a world almost no one has seen. A world so deep, so ancient, so untouched, it feels less like Earth and more like a memory of it. This is the Congo Basin, an endless, breathing rainforest where the horizon is swallowed by green and the light itself seems to hesitate before entering.
Just as expected, the video came out looking like a real documentary, and I purposely didn't show the full video just to save some time, but you can already see that it turned out really well. So now that the video is ready, let me show you how to upload it to YouTube the correct way, so you can maximize its visibility. To start off, first head into the YouTube studio and upload your video there. Once that's done, as you can see, we're basically missing everything except the video title, which we already created earlier in the ChatGPT session. So now, simply copy the idea name you use for your script, since that's also your title, and then paste it into the title section right here inside the YouTube studio. With that set, while the video continues processing, let me show you how to create a thumbnail that will really stand out. To do that, open the same ChatGPT session you used earlier and start by telling it to use the full video idea and script above to generate one ultra high-CTR thumbnail prompt. Below that, I've added a few important instructions that guide ChatGPT, so make sure to use the exact prompt I'm using, and you already know where to find it. Once you run it, ChatGPT will generate a fully detailed thumbnail prompt specifically tailored for your video. So now, simply copy that prompt and open Leonardo AI, which you can use for free. Start by opening the model section at the top, then search for the ideogram model, since that's the one we'll use. After that, set the image ratio to 16:9 on the left, because that's the correct thumbnail format. Next, copy the exact settings I'm using for the best results. Finally, paste your prompt into the prompt section and click the generate button to start the creation process. Now, this process will take around 15 seconds, and once it's done, you can see that we've just created a set of 4 thumbnails that you can use for your video. As you can see, all of the thumbnails look very clean, include a strong text hook, and are really high quality, which is exactly what we need. So now that the thumbnails are ready, choose the one you like the most and download it using the download button right here. Next, head back into YouTube Studio and upload the thumbnail you just created. And once that's done, your video is almost ready, but you're still missing the most important SEO elements. So now, let me show you how to create everything. For this step, we'll be using a tool called vidIQ, which is completely free and linked in my description. The main feature we need is the AI coach, which is designed specifically for YouTube SEO optimization. Start by telling the coach that you want to create a fully optimized YouTube description and a set of optimized tags. Then briefly explain what your niche is about, so it can perform the correct research. Below that, make sure to enter your video title, basically the idea you used for your script, so the coach knows exactly what your video covers. Next, I've added specific instructions for the tags, so instead of me explaining every detail here, simply copy the exact prompt I'm using on screen. It gives the best possible results. Once your prompt is ready, click the generate button and the research process will begin. As you can see, the coach will start analyzing your topic live and dig for the most relevant SEO elements. And once the process finishes, that's it. You'll have a fully optimized description and a complete set of optimized tags made specifically for the travel documentary niche. So now that the list is ready, start by copying the full description from here, and then head back into YouTube Studio and paste it into the video description section. Once the description is set, scroll down a bit, and in the Made for Kids section, make sure to select No. Then scroll down further, and in the Altered Content section, also set the answer to No. Now scroll down a bit more until you reach the video tags section. Here, go back to the AI coach from earlier and copy the full list of tags it generated for you. Next, return to YouTube Studio and paste those tags into the tags section right here. And with that done, your video is fully set up. up. Before we publish it, I want to show you something important. If you go to the video checks section, you can see that the video is fully monetizable and contains no copyright issues, which is extremely important. So now that we know the video is fully safe, let's finally post it. Head over to the visibility section, set the video to public, and then click the publish button below. And just like that, your video is now live and ready to start gaining traction. So now that you know how to create full documentaries using the first method, let's move on to method 2, where I'll show you how to create everything using 100% free AI tools. And this part is going to be crazy, so watch closely. To start off, you first need to create the video ideas using the exact steps that we used before, and then use the idea you like to create a full documentary script. This process is exactly the same as before, so I've already done everything just to not waste any time. So now that the script is ready, make sure to copy it entirely from here, because we'll need it to create the voiceover. To create the voiceover, we'll use a tool called DupDub, so go ahead and open it. Now as you can see, DupDub offers multiple great features you can use, but the one we need is the AI voiceover feature. Here, start by pasting the script you just created, and once that's done, you'll notice these small gaps between the lines that you'll need to erase. This step is very simple, so just follow exactly what I'm doing here, and you'll be good to go. So now that the script is cleaned up, the next thing you need to do is choose a voice. As you can see in this menu right here, you'll find tons of voices you can choose from, and you can even filter them to make the search easier. For example, I'll set the gender to male right here, and then in the quality section, I'll select ultra quality. Once you do that, all the voices that match your filters will appear, and pretty much all of them are solid, so feel free to pick the one you like best. In my case, I'll use the Daniel voice, so feel free to use the same if you want. Once the voice is set, you can also adjust the speed and pitch, which are useful options, but there's no need to change them right now. You'll also notice additional settings like pauses, music, sound effects, lexicons, and more. These are great features, but since our video is a documentary, we need a clean and natural voiceover, so I won't change anything here. So now that everything is ready, simply click on the generate button right here to create the voiceover. And once it finishes, let's take a listen to see how it sounds.
A continent of silence rises from the bottom of the world. A place where the horizon seems infinite, yet every direction feels like the edge of existence.
As you can see, the voiceover came out amazing and it really matches the documentary vibe. So now that the voiceover is ready, let's export it. To do that, simply click on the export button above. Then, in the export settings, make sure to select MP3. You'll also see some additional settings, but those are for pro users and we don't need them for our video. Finally, to export the voiceover, click the export button, and just like that, your voiceover will be downloaded and ready to use. So now that the voiceover is ready, let me show you how to gather all of your visuals without spending a single dollar. To do that, you can either use a tool called Vecteezy or you can use Pixabay, which is the one I'll be using. Once you're inside Pixabay, start by selecting the video filter right here and then use the search bar to find the assets you need. In my case, the script is about Antarctica, so I'll search for Antarctica, and as you can see, all of the matching assets appear instantly. Now, your job here is simple. Look for videos that fit your script and have a clean, high-quality look. For example, let's say you want to use this clip. Just click the download button on the right side, choose the highest possible quality in the settings below, and finally click download again to save it. It's extremely easy. So now that you know how to download the assets, using the same method, you just need to download multiple videos depending on the length of your script, and make sure they match the scenes in it. And since this process is extremely simple, I won't waste any more time here. Now before we start editing the video, we're still missing the background music. To find it, head back to the main page of Pixabay, but this time select the music filter. Then, in the search bar, type documentary. Once you search, you'll see a full list of music tracks in that style. This part is super simple. Just find a few background tracks you like and download them by clicking the download button next to each track. And with that done, you are finally ready to edit the final video. Now to edit the video, we will use CapCut. So once you are in, start by importing all of the assets you've gathered, your voiceover, the stock videos, and your background music. Once everything is imported, grab the voiceover and place it into the editing timeline below. Next, drag all of your video clips onto the timeline as well. You can place them one by one, or you can add them all at once like I'm doing here so you don't waste any time. As you can see, this way everything is instantly ready to work with. Now watch closely. The next step is to cut and time each video clip. You can either cut your clips based on the natural pauses in the voiceover, or you can do what I'm doing here, which is setting each clip to last around 5 to 10 seconds. This keeps the visuals clean, smooth, and engaging the entire time. And just to save some time, as you can see, I have already cut up all of the videos, and now each clip is between 5 and 10 seconds long, which gives the video a very clean clean and natural flow. But as you can see, we're still missing assets for the rest of the video. And here's the thing. You could download more clips and add them the same way, but that's honestly a waste of time. Instead, you can simply copy all of the assets from here and paste them repeatedly until you reach the end of the voiceover. Then, at the end, just trim the final clips so the last video matches the ending of the voiceover. And with that, your entire video will be filled out. Now with that done, let me show you how to create an intro. To start off, select the first clip and place the editing line at around 2 seconds from the start. Then cut the video there so the clip is only 2 seconds long. Next, open the text section above and drag a text template onto the first video. In the section on the right, enter your hook. In my case, I'll type Antarctica, since that's what my video is about. Then, in the font settings, feel free to choose any font you like. I'll pick the Impact font because it looks clean. You can also make the text a bit bigger by dragging one of the white corners. After that, open the animation section, where you'll find many interesting text animations you can use. This part is up to you, but I'll be using the snow animation since it looks great. To make it even better, adjust the animation duration to around 1 second, and that's pretty much it. So now that everything is set, select both the text and the video, and then right-click on them and create a compound clip, which will merge them into one asset. Once that's done, open the transitions menu above. You'll see a lot of great transitions, but I'll drag down the white flash transition because it fits the snowy theme of my video. And with that, you can see we've created a clean intro that has a strong hook and looks like a professional documentary opener. So now that the video scenes are all set, let's add the background music. To do that, open the media section and find your music assets. Then choose the first track you want to use and drag it right below the voiceover inside the timeline. Next, cut the music so it starts exactly at the part of the track that sounds the best and drag it to the very beginning of the video. Once that's done, open the settings on the right, add a 1 second fade in so the track starts smoothly, and lower the volume to around -15 so it doesn't overpower the voiceover. Now, as you'll notice, the track doesn't cover the entire video yet, so we need to fill the rest. Start by trimming the end of the first track so there's no empty space. Then take your second track and place it right after the first one. Again, set the volume to around -15 and add a 1 second fade in so it blends cleanly. This whole process is very simple. If you're only using 2 tracks like I am, just copy the first one again and place it right after the second one in the same way. It's basically just copy and paste. Then, at the very end of the video, don't forget to add a 2 second fade out to the final track so the music ends smoothly. And that's pretty much it. Now, at the end of your video, if the assets don't perfectly match the length of the voiceover, simply extend the last clip in the timeline so it aligns with the final part of the narration. Once everything is matched up, all of your assets will flow smoothly. So now that everything is aligned, you're finally ready to add captions. To do that, open the text menu above, then select the auto captions feature. Click the generate button, and the tool will instantly create captions across the entire video. But, as you can see, the default captions look very basic, so let's fix that. To start off, open the animation section on the right, then navigate into the caption animations where you will find tons of animations that you can use. Here you can choose any animation you like, but in my case, I will use the rendering animation since it fits the documentary vibe. Next, to make the text look a bit better, open the text menu above, where you can customize the text. Start by opening the font section right here, which allows you to choose the font. There are tons of great fonts, but I will use this one right here since it's very clean and classy. Finally, since the captions are not fully visible, scroll down to the end of the text menu where you will find the shadow feature. Turn it on, and as you can see, now the captions are fully visible and ready to go. So now that all of the assets are in place and everything is ready, start by selecting all of the stock videos in the caption sections above. Then right-click on them and choose Create Compound Clip. And just like that, everything will be merged together. Next, open the animation menu above, and first under the In animations, make sure to add a fade in. Then open the Out animations and add a fade out as well. And with that done, your video is finally ready, and you're now ready to export the final video. To export the video, click on the Export button above. Then, in the export settings, simply copy the same settings that I'm using. In my case, I've set the quality to 4K, but if your assets are in lower quality, make sure to select 1080p instead. Now that everything is set, click on the Export button below, and just like that, your video will be finally exported. So now that the video is ready, let's finally see how it came out.
A continent of silence rises from the bottom of the world. A place where the horizon seems infinite, yet every direction feels like the edge of existence. This is Antarctica's shadow coast, Earth's last frozen frontier, where nature is stripped down to its rawest form, and survival is a quiet negotiation with cold, wind, and time itself. Here, the air tastes metallic, The cold isn't just a sensation, it's a force. It presses into skin, slips beneath layers, and settles in the bones. What sunlight exists refracts off endless white, bending across the ice like a blade, carving shadows that stretch for miles.
The video came out great, and this one looks even more like a professional travel documentary. And while I didn't show the entire video just to save some time, you can already see that it turned out insanely well. So now that your video is ready, you can upload it in the exact same way we did earlier. Just follow the same steps and you'll be good to go. If this video helped you out, make sure to hit the like button and leave a comment. And as always, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next one.